Welcome back, pop piggers, and it's Old Man on a Bike reporting from sunny Devon. It's a little bit overcast at the moment, but how would you like your Garmin sat nav like this? Oh, that looks stunning, doesn't it, eh? Look at that. What a professional fit. Well, I'm going to show you how. I know you're all really excited. Stay tuned. Howdy, adventurers. Right, we're going to tackle one of those great little topics on YouTube at the moment, and that is mounting your own sat nav in the BMW Cradle. And I'm really pleased with this one. So I've studied all of the videos on YouTube and Instagram and all the various different ways of attaching your Garmin or obviously other sat navs, but we're going to be fitting the Garmin today just because I think the Garmin is the best, and we're going to show you how it's done. Obviously remove the cradle from your bike, and that comes out. We don't need that anymore. And if you don't know how to do that, I would stop now and have a cup of tea and don't bother. But what we need to complete this task is 4 things, and I'll show you what they are. So first thing, the sat nav connector. I bought this one off of eBay, off of Moto_GS, and it works fine, and properly soldered and heat shrunk onto the Garmin loom, ready to go on the bike. So that's the first thing. The second thing is a piece of whittled plastic. That's the only way I can describe it. This piece of plastic I cut out of a little plastic bicycle tyre lever, just to the shape that I need. I also needed to space the Garmin mount away from the BMW mount about 10 mil, and searching the internet I found these on eBay, which is just a 3D printed bar mount bracket for a Garmin, sold by Marmac_1353, also on eBay, because that one piece is perfect, all you need. So discard the rest, and you will also need 4 new screws. The standard screws are 30 mil long. They're not long enough to add the spacer as well, so you're going to need 40 mil screws. Now I got mine from Westwood Rope and Wire in Exeter. It's like a marine supply shop, a chandlery, something like that. You're bound to get things like this, but they're absolutely perfect. They're stainless steel, so they're not going to rust. Right, without further ado, let's get to it. Now, one of the ways I was going to do it, one of the videos was by drilling new holes slightly to the right and down of each of these, enabling you to really flushly fit the Garmin into the holder like that. And that's what I was going to do. And you could still lock it in by drilling a hole in here and gluing in a drill bit. And that video was great. And I was impressed with that, and that's what I was going to do. And in studying it, I came up with this idea, which I just think is easier. I'm not going to be drilling holes in my standard mount or into the slider, which makes it better for resale later, I think, you know, if you want to get rid of the bike. So all we're going to do is get our Garmin mount, put the screws in, our new stainless steel 40mm screws, and then our, I'm just going to call it a spacer, because that's what we're using it for. Nice and tight this has been made, which is good. So a couple of these we are going to have to whiz in, which is just as well as not all of them, because both you and I would get very bored watching me do this for a couple of minutes, screwing. So there we go, that's in. And then our BMW mount, just pop that in there. Nice and tight, no wobbling, fits in there really well. And the Garmin just goes, once you click it in properly, locks in, lovely. And put your finger in the back, release it, and it comes out. Now, I think, personally, I might be biased, I don't know, that looks superb. I'm really happy with the way that looks. Don't know about you. And release, and the Garmin comes off, and you're going to go, oh yeah, but I want to lock it in. No problem. That's where your little whittled piece of plastic comes in. So you've got the Garmin bar there, BMW bar, and that's how you lock it in there. That's all that happens. Can't move it across. And what we're going to do is glue this piece of plastic on there, so that when it slides across, it goes underneath the Garmin release button and locks it. You can't press it. And when you slide it back across, you can press it. How easy is that? I'm still amazed at how clever I am, to be quite honest. You know, I think that's just awesome. So slide it across, and you can obviously lock it. Prevents your Garmin button from being pressed. Unlock it, slide it across, can release your Garmin. Then all you have to do, once you've glued that little bit of piece of plastic on, is go to your bike with the original mount and screw it back on. Plug it in, and away you go. And before I know you're already going, yeah, knob ends forgot to put the plug for the Garmin in there. I have got on my bike the TFT security bracket to stop people stealing your TFT screen, and the little sun visor on it, and that does restrict the space on trying to feed bulky things down to where you need to go, but that will go through there okay. So I am going to have to put this on the bike first, then assemble all this with it in place on the Garmin mount. If you haven't got the TFT security bracket, stick it on now. Robert's your dad's brother. So there we go. I'm going to glue that little piece of plastic on now, and that's obviously going to take a while to dry. Sure, you don't want to sit here watching glue dry, and we'll come back in a minute. No, I wasn't going that fast, officer. Really? Oh, right, okay. Where were we? Yes, glue drying. And there we have it. Nicely glued into place. Just simply slides underneath your Garmin lock, your Garmin release. and let's give it a try. Clip the old Garmin on. It's very difficult when it's not in the mount. Oh, that's why I've got it locked. See, it works. Look at that, amazing. And slide it across and lock it. Try and press the release button. I can't. It's locked. Oh my God. Genius. Unlock it. Slide it across. Release. Oh. Thank you very much. So, the glue dried. That's it, everyone. Look at that. Beautiful. And just to prove, unlock that, and sorry, gonna have to swap hands here. Release. Oh, I've got to unlock the slider first of all, then press the Garmin release, and there we have it. There's our little bit of whittled plastic glued into place. Yeah, it doesn't look that great, I know, but hey ho. And works a treat. Clip it on and push the lock over, lock with the key, take it out. Job done. Ignore the Harley sign, sorry. Yeah, it's one of those bad times of my life. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.